5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm looking. Did you follow those directions? Your clipboards and your pencils are behind you. You don't have anything in your hand. All right, so I'm going to ask that you have your attention on Mrs. Brown because we're going to be trying out something a little bit different today. Now, we've been working on brain movies. We've been working on looking for text evidence. So I'm going to have you come sit over here by Avery. Grab your clipboard and come on over here. Quickly, let's go. We've been working on brain movies. We've been working on looking for text evidence. And right now, today, we're going to try something to help us when we're looking for text evidence. I'm not just going to ask you to find text evidence in a reading passage. I'm also going to ask you to know why that is the right text evidence to answer a certain question. Okay? And we're going to be trying something called like a chain response. So I'll call on a friend and they will give me an answer. And then I'm going to call on another friend. And that friend is going to say if they think the first friend was correct or not correct. Or maybe they were a little bit correct. And then you have to tell me why you think so. Why were they correct? Why were they not correct? Why did they have some of it correct? Okay, we're going to try it out. Don't worry. We're going to work on it together. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at a new passage. So you're going to be getting a sheet that has two passages on it. One side says find the evidence and the other side says the snowman. Both of them have passages. One is about the science of snow. The other one is a fictional story about the snowman. And we're going to be working with the snowman first. Okay? All right, so this is the side that I want you to have on your pages or on your clipboards. And I'm going to ask you to take one and pass it back. Write your name at the top. And if you're in my class, we do our name check.
Name check, name check, name check.
Okay. Benson, there's going to be an extra one in there for Ethan. Go ahead and pass those back to Benson, Aria. Avery? Ira, you ready? Okay. So, be on the side that says the snowman. Make sure that you have your name at the top. Flip it over to the snowman. It looks like this. Uh-oh. Cole, did I give you one that has the snowman on the back of it? Or here's blank on the back. Yep, flip it over. You need to be on the one that says the snowman. Please follow directions. Class, class, class.
Yes, yes, yes.
There should be no talking right now. You are putting your name on your paper. You are turning to the side that says the snowman. Julian, stop. Look at the top and pay attention. Thank you. All right. So at the top it should say the snowman. We are going to be reading this passage 3 times. We're going to read it 3 times so that we can really understand all the information and remember what we read. Okay? Okay. The first time that we read it together, we're going to read it together. And then I'm going to give you some time to read it, whisper read it to yourself. Alyssa, are you ready? Yep, have that open to yourself. Ready? We're going to start at the beginning. So, the snowman. Oh, we're going to try that again. I know that I have way better readers in here than that. Ulysses, are you ready? The snowman. Pay attention on your reading and follow along, okay? Put your finger on your reading. Maya looked out the window one winter morning. Boys and girls, when I say that we're going to read it together, what does that mean?
Out loud.
Avery, what's that mean?
That means you read it together with the teacher.
That you're going to read it with me, okay? I know how to read this, and I know you know how to read this. We're going to read it together. So, touch the words with your finger and follow along. Ready? Maya looked out the window one winter morning and saw the ground covered with snow. She got dressed as fast as she could and ran downstairs to eat breakfast. After breakfast, she put on her hat and mittens and went outside to build a snowman. She made a big snowball for the bottom, a medium snowball for the middle, and a small snowball for the top. She went back inside to get some raisins and a carrot to make his face. After she made his face, she bent down to find some sticks for his arms. All of a sudden, she heard a voice say, "Hi there!" Maya jumped back in surprise and looked up, but no one was there except her snowman. He must have come to life, she thought. Then she heard a giggle from behind the snowman. She looked around and saw her friend Tim hiding behind the snowman. "Not funny, Tim," Maya said as she smiled and threw a snowball at him. All right, so boys and girls, you see these little boxes at the bottom? There's 3 little boxes. We're going to put a star in one of those boxes. So we're going to put a star in one of those boxes. And next, you're going to read this, whispering it to yourself. So whisper reading sounds like this. Maya looked out the window, and one winter morning saw the ground covered in snow. You're going to be whisper reading it to yourself. Okay? All right, I'm going to give you a few minutes to read through this passage. Go ahead. When you're finished, star it, and then put your hand on your head. Shooting. Star, put another star down and put your hand on your head. We're going to do another reading in just a minute, but this time we'll do it with the archery. Boys and girls, by the way, I can tell that Sandy did a really nice job of pacing yourself and taking your time and reading each of those words. So good work. Yes, yeah. Do you have it in here? Yeah, quickly, hurry up. All right, then next we have to do, remember we said we had to read it 3 times. So we're going to read next, we're going to read with a partner. So that means that one partner will read, you see how there are 3 paragraphs? Here's 1 paragraph, here's 2 paragraphs, here's 3 paragraphs. Okay, we're gonna start, one partner's going to read this one partner will read this one, and the first partner will read the last paragraph. All right. Sit nice and close. Show me who your partners are going to be. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Julian, come sit next to Leslie. 1. Iris, come sit next to Avery. Nice close. Star third time as you finish up. Put in your third star. Yandri, I like how you have your hand on your head, so you're all ready to go. All right, about 10 more seconds. It's okay. Turn to face Mrs. Brown. You're not in trouble. That's okay. We'll get it in a little bit. Okay, I have one part of the group that's quietly finishing up. And while they are finishing up, I want to tell you what we're going to do next, okay? So, can I see your eagle eyes on Mrs. Brown? My class. So what we're going to do next is we're going to answer the questions at the bottom. Now remember when I told you at the beginning that we were going to do like a chain response? And you were going to have to be able to tell me why you think you are correct. Okay? How do you know that's the answer? All right? And then you're going to have to be able to tell how, if you agree or if you disagree with a person who already answered a problem. Do you think you can agree or disagree with people? Yeah, you sure could. You sure could. You might have a different opinion about how something is answered. Let's see how it goes. All right, the first question says, what did Maya do after breakfast? Now remember, we're trying to use text evidence. We're trying to go back into our reading and find that answer. So, quickly, I'm going to give you about 10 seconds. What did Maya do after breakfast? When you think you know the answer, just put your thumb in front of your chest. I don't want your hand to get tired, okay? 5 more seconds. If you don't remember what the answer is, you're going to look back inside your reading. What did Maya do after breakfast? Okay. All right, we're going to start with a stick. Not in here right now. Not in here right now. Oh my goodness. Yendri, what did Maya do after breakfast?
She went to home because it said in the reading after breakfast she went downstairs to get dressed for her mittens and
So what did she do after breakfast?
went outside.
She went outside. She went outside. Now, is there anybody who agrees with Yendri? I have several friends who agree. Jamie, why do you agree with Yendri? Because we can see in that reading, it says she put on her hat and mittens and went outside to build a snowman. You guys did a very nice job of looking for that text evidence. Let's try the next question. What did Maya use to make the snowman's face? What did Maya use to make the snowman's face? Oh, reading that passage 3 times really helped us, didn't it? Reading that passage 3 times really helped us. Exley, what do you think?
She went inside to get some raisins and a carrot to make his face.
Oh, tell me if you agree with Exley, that she got carrots and raisins to make his face. Absolutely. Now, Diego, why do you agree with Exley?
Because it says it in the passage.
Because it says it in the passage. We can read right in the passage. Can we find the sentence? Put your finger on the sentence where it says that she went back inside to get raisins and a carrot to make his face. Can you find that? And I'm not worried about you writing the answers down. Don't worry about that. We're just going to be talking about them today. Cooper, can you find the spot in the writing or in the passage where it says that she got carrots and raisins to make his face? I'm looking for your fingers on the page. I know we're talking about the second question. What did Maya use to make his face? Did you find that part?
It says she went back inside to get some raisins.
It sure does. She went back inside to get raisins and a carrot to make his face. All right, and then let's look at the next question. Who is Tim? Who is Tim? Oh my goodness. All right, Diego, can you pick a friend? Who is Tim?
Tim is Maya's best friend.
Tim is Maya's best friend. Now, how do we know? How do we know? Avery, how did you know that Tim was Maya's best friend?
It's because they were throwing snowballs at each other, and it said Maya was she smiled and threw a snowball at him.
Okay. What about Exley? Do you agree with Avery that Tim is Maya's, or not Exley, sorry. Leslie, do you agree with Avery that Tim is Maya's friend? Okay, so we're looking for, so Leslie pointed out that she agrees with you, Avery, that yes, Tim is Maya's friend. But the part that tells us that Tim is Maya's friend is the part that says this. Can you find this part in your reading? Let's read it together. She looked around and saw her friend Tim hiding behind the snowman. So that is the part that tells us that he is her friend, because it says right there, her friend Tim. Nice job. All right, so the very last thing is a question about whether you think Maya was mad at Tim for tricking her. So I want you to think about this for just a second. Do you think Maya was mad at Tim for tricking her? Go ahead and put your pencils on the floor. And I'm going to give you just a second to turn it off to all parties. So it might sound like this. I think she was mad, or I think she wasn't mad because. Kazinga.
Yes, Kazinga.
Nice job. All right. So, Declan, what do you think?
I think she was kind of mad because she smiled and she said not funny.
Oh, so you think that she was kind of mad because she smiled and said, not funny, Tim. Julian, do you agree with Declan or disagree with Declan? He said that he thought she was kind of mad. Do you agree or disagree? You agree because?
Because it said in the passage that Edison.
Okay. All right. Ethan, what about you?
I agree with Declan, but I know it's kind of, but that's not like the real sentence that made him to be what it's like he like playing with them and
Do you agree that you agree that Maya was kind of mad at Tim? Okay. What about you, Yendri? Do you agree with Declan?
I guess he didn't actually reach the sentence.
Ah. Okay. And she smiled and threw a snowball. So could it kind of be that maybe she wasn't really mad at him? Like she was mad that he tricked her a little bit, but mostly she thought he was being silly. Probably. You guys did a good, boys and girls, we did a good job of our chain response today for our first day of doing it. If you go back to Miss Kern's room, would you quietly get your things and line up at the door? Mrs.